This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Okay, it's Wednesday, which means that we're basically doing a little bit of theory. And as I often say, if you have any theory questions or queries that you want answered, just drop me an email. You can see the website address there up in the corner of the screen, and the link to the website is down below. Just basically send me an email through the form on the website, and I'll try and do my best to answer. So, a chap called Mike the other day did exactly that with this question.
Hi John, I'm a massive Santana fan, but I can never seem to get that Santana sound. What's going on? What notes is he using to get that slightly jazzy rock vibe? Any help is appreciated. Ta, Mike.
So what is it that makes Santana sound like Santana? Well, I suppose a lot of it is in the fingers. And, it does help to have, Mark 1 Mesa Boogie, or is it a Dumble he plays through these days? I'm not sure. But, that calibre of amp, and, of course, a signature model Paul Reed Smith guitar. All of those things go a long way to creating the Santana sound, but there is another trait that he often uses that basically I was doing in that little solo there at the top of the video, a type of scale and chord sequence that go together to, form the backbone of many of his tunes. Here's an explanation. Okay, well, as you might expect, there is a particular type of scale involved in getting what we'll call the Santana sound. But you can't just use that scale whenever the fancy takes you. You've got to make sure that what you're doing is using it over chords that will support that scale. So basically what we've got is a chord sequence that is centered around an F sharp minor chord. It's kind of... that kind of thing. And as you can see, we've got the F sharp minor, and we've also got a B major. So we'll come back to the B major in a second, but because we're centered around F sharp minor, you can obviously use the F sharp minor pentatonic. In any of its positions. Any of the 5 positions of F sharp minor pentatonic. But that B chord gives us a nice little twist, because if I just play F sharp minor, and there's the pentatonic, and then the B major, you can see the B major has this note in it. It's a D sharp. Okay, so what you can do is you can play F sharp minor pentatonic and start adding in that D sharp note. And then you can trace that D sharp and find that it's also there an octave lower. So that gives you... And later on in the chord sequence, we have this C sharp 7th chord, which has this G sharp note in. So there's another note you can add in. G sharp again. And again there. So that now gives you and it starts almost immediately sounding a bit Carlos-ish if you do it, as I say, over the right chord sequence, which is, you know, this. You know, I mean, Evil Ways, Oh Ye Come Over, loads of Carlos Santana tunes use that basic minor chord going up a 4th to a major chord. And any time you've got that minor chord going up a 4th, or 5 frets if you like, you can do it this way. There's an F sharp minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frets up and play a major chord, B major. Anytime you've got that kind of vamp going on, you can use this thing here, the minor pentatonic plus essentially those 2 notes there. That's an easy way of finding them. Just find position 1 of your minor pentatonic scale, and then on the top 2 strings add these 2 notes. So you get that kind of layout of notes, and that will, with you know, a little bit of tasteful phrasing and, you know, a few sort of unison bends. Let me just get a bit more gain going on here, and that sort of thing. And, you know, where will you be? It will kind of give you that sort of slightly Santana-ish vibe. So that's how you do it. So go away, try it, and have some fun. Now you'll notice any mention of the name of that scale was conspicuous by its absence in that explanation, and that's because I'm just going to see you know, how many people have been paying attention to these videos that I've done. It's a scale that we've talked about plenty of times, or I've spoken about plenty of times in these videos that I do, and I just want to see if anybody recognises what scale it was I was mentioning there. And here's a little bonus. This is just for all of you non-Patreon supporters out there, because all of the Patreon supporters already have access to this sort of stuff. If you are you know, not a Patreon supporter, and you want to just get a little bit of a taste of the kind of stuff that you get from, you know, being a Patreon supporter, then if you can tell me the name of that scale that I was talking about in that explanation and that I was using in the solo at the beginning of the video, then I'll send you all of the resources for this video, the backing track, the clip of me explaining it, the clip of me playing the solo, the Guitar Pro tab of the solo, the PDF tab of the solo, so you can get an idea of the kind of thing that comes along with this. And that is what all my Patreon supporters do get for every one of these videos. So if you're interested in signing up, then there's the address right there, and the link is, of course, in the description. So the first person to send me the correct answer of what scale I was using, again, just email me through the website. I'll bung you a Dropbox link with all of those resources in it, just so you get a little bit of a gold star for having paid attention in previous lessons. So there you go, folks. That is today's Theory Wednesday video. Hope you found it useful, informative, and maybe even a little bit inspiring. And if you have, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and why not give me a like while you're at it. Don't forget the live stream on Friday, 5 p.m. UK time. We drink beer, we talk about music, we talk about guitars. Fantastic way to kick off the weekend. I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.